But the thing is, there's no reason.
There is a reason. There's always a reason.
What's the reason?
And I was looking for one.
Maybe
I was looking for one.
Okay,
That's why I took the
only,
time.
Maybe
I
the
couldn't
only,
find it.
maybe the
I couldn't
only
find it.
reason.
So I decided to answer.
The
That's all
only
it
reason is Trey.
How you doing, Tyler?
I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
So let's say you were given the opportunity to relive the same day over and over and over and over again for 10 years straight. But at the end of it, you get $10 million cash, tax-free, deposited into your bank account. Would you do it?
Does time continue going?
What do you mean?
So I know that I relive the day over and over, but does time continue to pass on without me, essentially?
Nah, so technically it's kind of like almost the whole world is reliving the same day over and over and
For
over
10
again.
years.
But only you know.
For 10 years.
For 10 years. So like, let's say you wake up in the morning,
All right.
7 a.m., you do your day, you do whatever you got to do. And then the next day at 7 a.m., it's like
The same thing.
the same thing all over again. Wake up in the same bed at the same place. Crazy enough, you could go all the way to Tokyo, spend your whole day there. But when you go to sleep, wake up at 7 a.m., you'll be back here.
You're bad.
You'll be back here.
Start the day.
Start the day over.
Haven't gone to Tokyo.
Nobody else would know. No one would know. You're the only one that'll know. You can't get hurt. So like any type of infectious disease or injuries that you acquired on one day, the next day you'll be completely healed. You can't really form any addictions. Like if you really wanted to, you could do like hard drug every single day. And like it wouldn't harm your body in any way. You won't physically age at all. So you're 24 now. Throughout these whole 10 years, you'd be 24. Like it wouldn't change. The only thing that does change is you get a journal that stays by your bed. And in that journal, like you could write, how your days are going, how everything is. And that's the only thing I guess that's changing with you is that journal. Also, another stipulation is you are required to keep track of the days. So no one's going to tell you when the 10 years are up. You're responsible of keeping track for it. So let's say on the last day of the 10 years, you decide to do something illegal. The next day is like, you know what I mean, back to normal. So let's say you were reliving Friday, and you did something illegal on that last Friday. The next day is Saturday, so now you have to deal with the repercussions of what you did. So you got to keep track of the days within these 10 years.
I don't know if I'd do it.
Why?
Because I was thinking about it. Cause it seemed really, really good at first. And then you said the Japan thing. Like, you can go to Japan, do whatever you want to do. And then, like, go to sleep over there and wake up. And you're back here, And I had a thought, like, what if I went to Japan, had a great time, like, met some great people and all that, then, like, went to sleep. I just lose all of those.
Oh, yeah, you would lose it.
Yeah.
You would have the memories of it. You could write it down. But, like, come the next day, they would have no idea who you are.
I'd have to keep going through that every day for, like, the next 10 years. Over and over and over again.
Basically.
Just constantly.
Or what you can do is just, like, go over there and realize, okay, that's a great day. And then, like, on the last day, you pick what you want to do. You pick what you want to do. Because then you also know once you wake up the next morning, you're going to have $10 million cash in your bank. So financially, you're going to be straight. So you could really be anywhere in the world. So it don't even matter.
That is true.
So that last day, you could just...
So essentially use just use the time to plan for the last day.
Yeah, you could do, basically.
Think of it that way.
Yeah, if you want.
All right, fair enough.
You could do something like that.
Actually, that's not a bad idea then, fair enough.
Because then on the last day, you basically...
You choose which...
You choose what you want to do, and then it would just continue. Your life would just continue from there.
Yeah, from there. Okay. All right, yeah, I think I would do it then. If I were to plan it out, and that's probably what I would do. First, I'd play around for a little bit, because it is 10 years. I might like use a year just to like, see what the world's like. But then after that, I might just use the rest to plan it out.
You think you get bored?
I think I could get bored. It is a possibility. 10 years is a long time.
10 years is a long time. I think eventually you'll get bored. I think for a while, though, I think for a while it'd be a lot of fun. Because honestly, you could just do wild stuff if you really wanted to. There's almost no repercussions. Like you could really commit crime, be in jail, and just know that like, yo, I just gotta make it at 7 a.m. Because by 7 a.m. I'm back in my bed and everything's fine.
Yeah, come morning, I'm okay.
Yeah, come morning I'm fine.
I'm okay.
Yeah, come morning I'm fine. So like you're playing life on a
true.
whole different playing field than everybody else.
That is true. That is true. It's an if it maybe type thing for me. You know, like if I do this, then maybe that'll happen.
What do you mean? Like what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
Essentially, kind of like seeing what the consequences of each action would be, and then just like playing it out each day.
Would you do illegal stuff?
I can't. I can't say whether that I would or wouldn't. I think about it, but I don't know if I'd do like serious crimes.
I don't think I do serious crime. Like I don't think I commit murder or anything.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like I don't see myself as like a killer. Like I just can't. I can kill animals.
I think most I would do is
I
just
just
like
can't kill my fellow human beings.
I think the most crime I'd do would just be like steal. Like I steal a car.
Go joyride with it.
Yeah, like better to like steal a Maserati for a day.
Fair.
And then just drive around. And then even caught, it's like, damn, all right, well, once again, 7 a.m. That's it.
Nah, I couldn't get my hands on one of those.
On a Maserati?
I was thinking more of a military vehicle.
Oh, man. Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
To be honest, at that point, you'd be arrested as soon as you hop on.
As soon as you try to, I feel like.
Yeah.
As soon as you try to. It'd be like, you can't get too far with that.
Nah, and also on top of that, they probably just, like, kill you. Like, it wouldn't even
It might be like a shoot on
yeah,
type thing.
Yeah. Like, it might not even be like, yo, you're going to jail. It might be like, all right, like, you're a threat. Yeah.
Because it's military.
Yeah, you're on military toil. Like, we don't know if you're a terrorist or anything. Like,
That's fair.
At this point, it's like, yo, you might just, you know what I mean?
Might not make it to the next day.
Yeah, for real. Green dot on chest. You know what I'm saying? It's like, rough times. So that's probably not the smartest.
I don't know. They might beanbag you first.
What's a beanbag?
When they shoot you with the beanbag instead of actual, like...
What is that, like a rubber bullet type of thing?
Mm-hmm. To just, like,
Like a
incapacitate.
warning shot. It's like, yo, one more step.
Just to incapacitate you
It's like, yo,
instead of actually kill you.
One more step, bro.
Yeah, you're just not gonna, you know.
They might, but I don't know. That's a risk I ain't trying to take. Because you might be bad people. What if you don't?
All right, that's fair.
Like, what if you get orders to kill?
What would you do with this situation? Would you take it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
I take it. I take it 100%. To be honest, I'd probably just maybe I would say do everything. And I think obviously within these 10 years, I would probably just have like lazy days where I'd probably just like waste and just play video games all day.
Because you can also just still spend time hanging out with like your friends and such.
Yeah, exactly. Like I could just like, crazy enough, I could just be like, oh, okay, let me go see my sisters. Let me go see, and like do stuff like that. But I would when I would travel, I'd travel the world or try to travel the world at least. I mean, I only got 24 hours. So I guess I can only go but so far before like it's 7 a.m. again. It's like halfway
Like,
through
regardless.
flight, it resets. Like that would kind of suck.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what was the whole point of this? Like I just wasted a day.
Exactly. So you really can only go so far.
So you can only you can only go so far. You can only travel but so far. Because everything resets at 7. I mean, I guess time is already limited now, but time is really limited because it's like, yo, each day is a reset. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no matter where I'm at, 7 a.m., I'm going to be... But I would definitely do it. I'm not going to say it's easy money because I think it would definitely have its trials and tribulations, but it's like, if I could live... And then also I think, too, like, I truly could do what I want. My body doesn't physically deteriorate. So, like, to be honest, for those 10 years, I really don't need to go to the gym. Unless I just, like, want to and just, like, have a day where I really don't need to go to the gym. What I eat doesn't matter. I can eat whatever I want. At this point, almost...
Technically, no responsibilities, too.
Yeah, no responsibility. I don't got to work.
No.
It could be on the day that I'm working. I'm not showing up. And I won't get fired. Why? Because they just keep resetting each and every day. As long as on the last day I show up to work,
Show up to work,
then I'll be fine.
You show up to work on that day. Yeah.
So it's like that plays a role. Whatever money I do have, savings, I could blow all that because everything gets reset.
True.
So all the money I have right now, I can just blow within a day. And it doesn't matter because come
Tomorrow.
it'll be back. So I kind of obviously not infinite money because like I can only spend what I have.
Yeah, what you have, yeah.
But like it's still like dang, I've never been able to spend all the money.
Yeah, and you just
It's
replenish.
just do it.
Replenishes itself.
Yeah, so I can do that. So that's also huge. I would probably try to like plan my last day, or I would definitely keep my last day in mind when I'm doing everything. Cause who's to say I'll go travel somewhere and meet somebody and be like, okay, I wanna live here, I wanna stay here, and then now I could just stay here. So who's to say? Also now like now knowing the next day I have 10 million in my account, I think that plays a huge role because it's like I can just now stay where I want.
You don't ever think this is gonna take a toll on like your mental health? Like in a negative way? Like
I think a little bit because I think over time it would get hard to talk to people. So like the people who I usually vent to, I think it'd be hard to vent to them. Why? Because I'll be telling them stories and they'll be like, bro, you didn't.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
Like I'll be like, yo, like I fought a lion in Africa and almost died. Like he bit my leg off. Now you're gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but like that I could have actually like lived that during
the day before.
Yeah, like literally the day before. I'm like, yo, literally I had a bear attack me.
Yeah.
But you'd look at me crazy because you'd be like, yo, bro, what are you talking like?
Yeah. You have
Like, bro, you were here in the apartment all day. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
So like it would get hard to I think that's the part. Cause I think eventually you'll get to the point where you're alone.
10 years is a long time, Tyler.
Yeah, it is a day.
I keep repeating that because it's the truth. I'm thinking 10 years is it's such a long time to do that for.
Yeah, it's rough. I think it's 10 years into rough. I think eventually it'll take a little.
I think you have to be very strong mentally to go through this.
Also, you'll have stories that you'll have stories of things you went through that no one will probably ever believe.
You genuinely should write everything in the book. Like, just to, like, remember it for yourself, too, because you wouldn't be able to remember all the things you went through.
I'm not sure videos would, like... I wonder how it works with videos.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. That's hard.
Like, does it erase?
It probably does, because everything goes back.
Everything goes back.
Besides the book, right?
Yeah, I guess. Damn, that sucks. Because I just show you.
That's why you can't save, like, no one's numbers or nothing. It's just everything gets deleted.
Nah, unless you write it in the book.
Unless you write in the book. You gotta write in the book. That's why it's important.
Yeah, basically. The book seems to be the big kicker in this. But at the same time, are you going to... One, this will have to be a pretty big book.
Yeah, a book for like 10 years, a page a day. They have books like that now.
Yeah, but that's a thick book.
Yeah, it's still a book you can use.
Yeah, I think eventually, though, mentally it'll catch up to you. I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way it won't catch up to you mentally. Because eventually you're just going to go through stuff that's like, you can't even talk to nobody about.
You think?
Yeah, because no one's going to believe you.
There's a possibility you'll like get PTSD.
Yeah, maybe.
Because in a way, I feel you might be torturing yourself. There's definitely a possibility.
You think you're torturing yourself?
Going through that mentally for 10 years? First 2-3 years might be okay. I mean, I kind of feel like the next 4 or 5 will definitely like weary. Because you got to go through it every day. 365 days.
Times 10. That's what, 360,000?
It's a lot of days, man.
That math might be wrong. Don't quote me, people.
We have technology among us.
Yeah, I was just trying to do like mental math. I didn't want to pull it out, but at this point, I mean, I'm not even gonna pull it out. I'm gonna let it
Never
ride.
try to show off, Tyler.
I wasn't even trying. That's the thing. I wasn't even trying to show off. That's why I said don't quote me. I'm not even trying to impress nobody. There's no need.
All right, fair enough. So, question for you: would you ever be a streamer? Would you ever do streaming?
Oh yeah, I'm not opposed to doing streaming. Yeah,
You're not. Okay, good, good. So
because
this
I just view. I guess before you like get into it, I kind of view it
actually,
as
what do you view it?
kind of something like what we're already doing now,
Mm-hmm.
just live.
With chat people.
Yeah, it would just be live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I don't necessarily aspire to be a streamer. I'm not gonna say that, but I guess I wouldn't mind because we already do the podcast now. We record this, we put it out to the world, we make a whole bunch of clips and post it all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
People already see my face and all that other stuff. So what's the difference of me sitting in front of a camera and instead of me having to edit the video and put it out, y'all just watching me live? To me, how I view it, I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing as a podcast, unless maybe I might be playing a video game or maybe I might just be doing something else.
I think the main difference is you have the audience actually present there.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Because at the end of the day, it's still behind a screen. It's not like I'm sitting in front of 30, like a football stadium, 30,000 people. Yeah, there'll be 30,000 people. Yeah, but like, I can still be doing it alone in my room. Everyone is just on the screen.
Yeah, and it would.
And on top of that, I can only read but so many comments at once because everyone's going to be flooding it.
Yeah,
So I can only really...
It'd be moving up.
Yeah,
fast.
be moving fast.
Moving up quite
So I
fast.
can only do but so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I wouldn't think it'd be a
And
problem.
they do make a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
At least the big.
Well, the top
the,
ones,
The
the
top,
top ones.
the top ones streamers. Yeah. Well, these streamers, funny enough, are facing life in prison
Why?
because they decided to, and this is kind of going a little bit back to the whole me wanting to get a military vehicle. If I tried to get onto like a military compound, I would be. Why would you?
I didn't think it'd make a sound, bro. I didn't think it'd make a sound. I was just trying to grab it. I didn't think it'd make a
I'm
sound.
pretty sure that's metal.
It is metal, but I didn't think it would make a sound, bro. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine.
All right. Essentially, as soon as I try to get onto like the military compound, like I'd be like,
Would they try to get on military combat?
they try to get onto the police, like a police training facility, and like I don't know why you do this because the cops literally just like
Freaks.
textbook capture during the night too. They did it during the night. Helicopter was above them.
Oh, wow.
Told them where it was. Infrared. Guys came in. Told them to get on their hands and knees. The whole shebang. And they streamed the whole thing. I'm pretty sure they might have done it for the stream.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, why else would you do it? You wouldn't just be doing it for fun.
Yeah.
So what, now they're facing life in prison?
I believe so.
Nah.
And it's like, why would you do that?
Bro, the things people do for likes.
You gotta be telling me, man, for real.
I mean, I think kind of just goes back to one, how society is. But two, I mean, when that's your main source of income, you got to keep doing things to get people interested and get people continue wanting to watch you.
That is true.
Imagine if you're just a streamer. That's all you do. You got no other way of making money. Unless you got like a niche, like people watch you like play a certain video game or watch you do like a specific craft, whatever that is. You got to be able to entertain them. You got to be able to keep them around. Not saying what they did was right, because obviously you're facing life in prison.
Yeah,
So like
it's
it
tough.
was quite stupid. But
He's like, you went to
he's
cops.
probably thinking, what's gonna get me a bunch of views? It's gonna help him make money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can sneak onto this. I can sneak onto this base. It's right by the crib. Why not? He probably had a whole plan. They probably mapped it all out. The only thing is they probably thought they might have got caught in their plan, of course, but I feel like
You might not have thought the sentences would have been.
yeah, like I don't think they realized how serious what their crime was. That's the bad part. It's like, yeah, okay, we might get arrested, and then we tell them we're streamers, and then they'll let us go, or maybe we gonna face a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they start throwing around the word life. Now, I think they're probably nervous because they weren't thinking.
Yeah.
There's no way you do. I mean, some people do, but I feel like the majority of people, there's no way you do something knowing there's an implication of life in jail and still be like, you know what?
I'm gonna go through with this.
I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, there are like
Yeah,
murderers out
yeah,
there or
yeah.
people who do big crimes.
Yeah,
Like,
true,
so there,
true.
but like majority of people, I just don't.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know how popular these streamers are, but like, I just feel like once you start making a certain amount of money, you don't want to lose that. So you probably gonna move a little differently. And I just don't think they're thinking because it's like, why would you risk it all just for a couple clicks?
See, and that's the reason I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's I think it's a perfectly fine thing to do, but I don't think it's a sustainable way of life for the average human being. Yeah, of course, there's those 1% that are gonna get up there and everyone, but the whole point is to entertain people. You know,
Well, yeah,
being
you're an
into the
entertainer.
entertainment industry. I want to be more in the production, like where you're actually creating something for people. You know,
I guess you are at that point. At that point, you are creating something for people. You're creating content. You're a streamer. You're still
yeah,
creating.
but I'm talking more.
Like a product.
Yeah, more. I'm not saying substantial, but just like something you can see.
Create shirts, sell them.
That's merchandise.
That's still creating something that you can see and wear and feel.
Nah, but those don't last long.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about something that lasts, that, longer than maybe me or you. This lasts because our voices will be here. So this is good. But I'm talking about something you can see that actually lasts.
But think about it. Even creating content that will last. You know what I'm saying? Unless YouTube goes down, that will last forever. Think about it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. At this point, I'm just playing devil's advocate. But like, technically, it'll last forever.
Yeah. I mean,
I could see what you mean in terms of it not being a substantial, like a substantial form of income. Because I guess like you could always like do something like that, or always say something and then get canceled, or like if you do something or accidentally show something, like Twitch can ban you, so like now you can't even stream. So I can understand that, but I do think it's not. I think if you have the audience, it would be a great way to make money.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's an easy way to make money because like you still gotta entertain people. Don't get me wrong, but it's probably maybe even a little bit easier, possibly, or even you could just say a little bit more enjoyable than going to a 9 to 5. And then also, if you're just smart, you would just take some of the money you're making from streaming and then put it into another business. So then, even when you're eventually not popping anymore, and you ain't screaming like that, it doesn't matter. Because why? Oh, because I done already opened up X amount of businesses. So now this is really what's making me money. So I also kind of just looked at like using streaming as like a way to fund other projects.
So essentially just using it as a business to start another business.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Because like everything ends eventually.
So you're having multiple sources of income.
Yeah. Even working a 9 to 5 ends. You retire.
Yeah.
Everything ends
So
eventually.
you try to use that 9 to 5. At least if you're smart, you try to use that 9 to 5 to
Yeah.
help you build.
Yeah. But everything ends. You're not going to be popular forever. Like, think about all the streamers now. They're not going to be popular forever. You know, you might still be known and you might still have your name.
Yeah, but truly nothing.
But you're not. You know what I'm saying? Look at Snoop Dogg. Now he's built a legacy with his music, but like, I feel like he wasn't like. Obviously, he's very popular now, and I'm not trying to take nothing away because he's but like no one right now is talking about go listen to Snoop Dogg's music. Like he is not like.
Is he dropping music?
Popping? No,
Does he
not
drop
really.
music?
Not anymore.
Okay.
He's kind of like out of his prime in a way. But Snoop Dogg is very successful. Why? Because now,
In the past.
Yeah, huh?
What he's done in the past.
Yeah, but now he has other business adventures.
That is true.
He got his own.
I always see him in commercials.
Exactly.
I always see
He got his own weed strain. Homie at one point was cooking with Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like him and Kevin Hart one time covered the Olympics. He's in a whole bunch of different
I saw him at the NFL.
commercial and stuff like, you know what I'm saying?
NFL Super Bowl thing.
So he took him being popping with rap. And now look at him now. He's not the face of rap anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But he done used that to now he's older, but look at what he's so successful. He got so much money.
He's going elsewhere.
And it just started with the rap. The rap kind of got him into it.
Yeah.
And then once that kind of fizzled out, he was smart enough to go into other different business adventures to where now he's set. Same with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is apparently like one of the, I guess like an extremely smart businessman.
Which is crazy because I remember he like filed for bankruptcy a couple times.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, homie bounced back. Like I didn't know that, but obviously he's doing okay for himself. But like he was big in the rap game, and then now I know at one point I don't know if he still owns it. He might have sold it, but I know at one point he owned Vitamin Water.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was his.
Wow.
I remember at one point Vitamin Water was hot.
You know, I don't think I ever had any of it.
It was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, Vitamin.
It's just honestly, one, it was good. I had no problem.
Was it
with
just like fruity water?
Basically, it was just like flavor. Like I just considered it like watered down juice. You know what I'm saying?
Watered down juice is fair.
And it probably just had some extra vitamins in it.
Was it also colored? Because I really don't remember.
Yeah, and that's why I said like,
Okay.
like it didn't look like water that was flavored. Like you know how like you have seltzered, you have seltzer and it's flavored, but it still looks clear.
Yeah.
It still looked like juice, but it wasn't as strong as.
That is juice.
Yeah.
Okay. Did it have a stronger watery taste? Or a stronger juice taste?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think maybe like 50-50. Also, I haven't had vitamin water in
Years?
years. I remember the last time I had a vitamin water.
Fair enough.
After this, you go to the gas station, get vitamin
Get some vitamin water, man.
fact,
Put it on the vlog.
Put it on the vlog. Make a 5-minute vlog of me walking down the street in the hood.
All right, fair.
But basically, yeah. So I don't think it would be bad. But you still want to stream or do any of that? Even if you had the following?
I would stream my work. And if people were really that interested in what I did, fine.
You want to talk to the chat? Yeah, well, that's still streaming, though. So what, you stream, you doing architecture?
Yeah, essentially. It'd have to be that.
Would you explain what you're doing, or you would just, like, be silent and just, like...
Architecture ASMR, so you'll just hear the...
ASMR?
You'll hear, like,
what, just hear the...
Yeah, the clicking of the utensils.
That's trash, bro. At least explain.
Listen, if you want to watch it, you watch it.
Why don't you just explain to the people what you're doing, bro?
That's what I've come to learn, man. That's what I've come to learn. People will want to watch whatever they want to watch. People will watch it. People will. If that's what they find interesting. Maybe they literally just want to watch someone draw a building silently while they also draw a building. I've done that before. That's why I'm saying people...
You about to be the architecture version of Bob Ross or something like that, bro? Is that what you're trying to do, bro?
Oh my God.
Bro, all you gotta do is take out your twist, bro. Take out your twist.
I ain't go for it. I'd be quite honored.
Bro.
I'd be quite honored. Like, damn. Just...
That's all you do. Homie, bring back cassette tapes, bro. VHS tape.
Damn, that'd be kind of cool. Nah, I wouldn't do that, though.
No?
I'm not really that interested in streaming.
Okay.
I'm not really that interested in streaming. I'm not... At one point in my life, I was really into getting attention from people. And that's when I was a much younger man. Now that I'm a little bit older, I just don't care for all the attention and all that type of stuff. What I want is more of just something that I can be proud of. Not that I'm not proud of everything that I've done so far, but I like something that I can actually build and see, which is why I want to do architecture, something that I can actually give back to the community. I can actually help out
You
those
can give back
around
with
me.
this, bro. You get back with streaming.
Nah, it's not the same, because, like, if I build a house and I build a building, I make a home for a family or someone who's on the street gets off the street. If I stream, what does that do for anybody else?
Well, I think it depends what you stream. But you could give people motivation. You could try to help with
There's
that.
a lot of people streaming for motivation.
Yeah, but still. First and foremost, I don't think there's a lot of people streaming giving motivational stuff.
Look at the YouTube algorithm. There's so many motivational.
Yeah, but that's different than stream. That's just YouTube videos. That's not streaming.
Well, fair enough. But that's
I still
that's
think
still motivational stuff.
Yeah, but there's a reason why that content is still being pushed and still being watched. And what I'm saying is you can still give back. Now, I'm not trying to like tell you don't do architecture. Like I'm not trying to like
I get you.
I'm not trying to sway you from doing it.
Continue.
But I'm just basically just saying you can still do what you want to do with architecture in streaming or something along those lines.
I understand where
they're-
you're coming
'cause
from,
they're-
and I agree with you, and I guess you could do both, but I do believe master of all is master of none, and you can't. You got to pick one or the other. In my eyes, you can't. You can't like prioritize both.
I mean, I think it'd be hard to prioritize both. I still think it could be done.
At least to get good at it.
I think they both just take time. So figure out how to just manage your time well.
And it's good that I'm doing this. If I were to do this, I'm much older because I would be able to control the whole wanting the attention thing. Because I feel like, and this I'm gonna kind of get it to the next topic where it's like the subway surfers. These, I guess, majority of them are kids. It was from 11 to 33, funny enough. And I'm like thinking to myself, what 33-year-old is subway surfing, like running on top of trains and like jumping.
Wait, it was 11 to 33?
Yeah, that was the age range that the police said was doing it.
33?
Exactly, from 11 to 33. That's the age range that they've caught of people.
And basically, so they're hopping on top of New York City trains.
New York City
and basically
subways and just running on top of them and essentially jumping and doing what you did in the Subway Surfers
The video game, the Subway Surfer.
Yeah, and a lot of them are doing it for the attention.
Of course.
On TikTok and doing all that stuff, which the younger generation just doesn't know, and they just keep going with the whole attention mindset that we have set up here. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants attention, and the crazier things you do, the more attention you get, the more attention comes your way, the more potential money you can make. But you're risking your life at the end of the day doing these crazy things, i.e., going to jail, or a couple of kids lost their lives.
Well, I don't think, and I think we just touched a little bit of this on the last podcast, but well, one, obviously they're kids, so I mean, I don't really think they're thinking, but I think regardless, it's just like a lot of people just aren't thinking of the long term. Now, obviously, the younger you are, the more immature you're going to be. I think the dumber decisions you're going to make, on average, I definitely did dumber things when I was 12 compared to now when I'm 24. That's just because I know a little bit more.
That is true. That is true.
But obviously, apparently, there's 33-year-olds out there still jumping on the train.
I was looking.
So it doesn't.
What do you say to the 33-year-old?
So it doesn't. I don't think that's the only, I guess, excuse.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I think, on average, I feel like it's younger people doing it.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they're thinking it all the way through. Yeah. And I just don't think, at 14, 15 years old, you're necessarily thinking about your future or any of that. Also, I think a lot of the times you're not thinking about, how your actions can affect other people. I mean, that one video you showed me, like, mother was, I don't know if she was crying, but she was upset she lost her son.
Oh, yeah.
Her son was what, 15, 16, or 14 or whatever?
15, maybe.
Yeah. And she was like, his room is now a memorial site. But he's not thinking like, damn, my mother loves me and all this other stuff. He's just thinking, how do I look cool in front of my friends? So you're also just not thinking about kind of like the feelings and thoughts of other people,
The consequences of the actions.
Consequences of your actions.
Unfortunately. That's why I don't think streaming is good for everybody. And I think majority of people should just go back to doing the regular jobs.
That's why I think that's what the majority of people do. Majority of people do regular jobs. Majority of people are average. This is the way of the world.
So what's this you think is like a small minority of people who are doing all of, I guess, the YouTube and TikTok and what's the other ones? Kick and
Nah, Kick is not a thing.
Is that not a streaming site?
No, I think Kick was also, first of all, I think Kick was like back in 2012 and it was like a
Well, I know that was a Messenger, but there's also another one that you stream on now.
Twitch?
Actually, it might be Twitch. Didn't I say Twitch though?
You said Kick.
I mean, I know Twitch too, but I think I thought Kick was also another one.
You know what's crazy? You actually might be right. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. You actually low-key might be right. My fault. I done roasted you, and I think you might be right. But I think majority of people aren't
doing.
I think we're shown like the big people. But I don't think majority of people are actually like streaming and doing things. I also believe majority of people aren't really getting paid for it.
Yeah.
So like they do it for like the couple people who will watch.
Just for the fun of it.
And then that's it. They might have dreams, aspirations to get paid for it.
But they have other jobs.
But they have, because you have to be able to work. That's what it is. You got to be able to. You can't stream and make $0 and then be like,
yay!
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's you can't do that.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Like imagine that.
Yeah.
You can't work a job that's paying you $0 unless you just have no bills, like you're living in your parents' crib.
You could live on a boat.
Nah.
I saw this this news story with I believe it was in California, where they're essentially getting rid of these boat people out in this bay, and essentially they can't live there no more. The government, or at least the state legislation, has decided to get rid of them in order to create locations for, I guess, like really nice residents, like hotels and such like that. So you can't do that anymore. But you could have done that at one point.
Yeah, but you can't do it no more.
Still do it elsewhere.
Elsewhere where?
Other places, I don't know. I'm just saying, I was just using that as an example, though. You could do that, though.
Yeah, but I still think no one's doing that, though.
I think there are people.
Bruh, I mean, Trey, people are dumb enough to hop on top of New York City subways, bro. You really think they're now going to, like, find a way to live on a boat? Elsewhere? That's legal?
I think there are people who are resourceful enough.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think there are? One or two?
I think if you're dumb enough to hop on top of a moving train and jump off and act like this is real life Subway Surfers, nah, you're not smart enough to figure out how to live in water legally. Nah, I just don't see it. Because also the all that time you did thinking about this, you could have just probably made some real money. You could have just thought of something and just made some money.
Yeah, you could just got a job at McDonald's or something.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm McDonald's is still a rough place to work, but at least you're getting paid, and you probably won't die in a McDonald's. So that's always a plus.
There are ways to die in McDonald's.
I mean, there's a way to die anywhere, but like, if I said, Trey, what's a higher chance of you dying, working at a McDonald's or hopping on top of a moving train? What are you picking? You thought way too long. You thought way too long about this. You already knew the right answer.
I was thinking where the train would be located. Like,
what do you mean?
Maybe if it was just out in the open fields.
That's still not safe.
Yeah.
You're moving. How fast are trains going, bro?
They're going pretty fast, but you can stand on top of them and be okay.
Yeah, but that's still.
I probably wouldn't move around that much.
Yeah, that's still not safe.
I don't disagree with you. But I was just thinking.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Why I can't think before I answer the question?
Because I feel like some questions you really don't need to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like some questions.
No, I should be given chances to think for as long as I'd like to think.
Nah, but some questions there's no need to think about the answer.
I mean, I'm gonna answer McDonald's, but like still, I should be given the opportunity to think.
See, you literally just said I was gonna answer McDonald's. So regardless, you knew when I asked you that question what your answer was. So what was the point of thinking about it?
Just because I was curious if I could figure out a reason to pick the opposite.
But the thing is, there's no reason.
There is a reason. There's always a reason.
What's the reason?
And I was looking for one.
Maybe
I was looking for one.
Okay,
that's why I took the time.
Maybe the only reason.
So I decided to answer.
The only reason is if you're getting paid more money to stand on top of that train than you are at McDonald's.
Perfect. You gave me a reason right there.
But that's the only reason.
You answered the question.
But the thing is, who's paying you more?
You never know.
Who's paying you to stand
Elon Musk.
He's not doing it.
You don't know.
He's going to be like,
sponsored.
Hey, for what?
It's an electric train. He's all green and energy. He sponsors it. Boom.
He's sponsored
Red Bull. Red Bull sponsors it because you're doing something
But they're not going to pay you to stand on time. I mean, maybe they'll shoot a commercial, but even if they shoot a commercial, you're not going to be on a real moving train.
Yeah, of course you'll be on a real moving train. Why wouldn't you be on a real moving train?
Because that's not
everything
safe.
Red Bull's done. They do with real moving planes. Why wouldn't you use a train?
What are
If
you
they've
talking
done if
about?
they've done stunts, if Red Bull's done stunts with actual planes, why wouldn't they do a stunt with a train?
You're not a stuntman.
I tell them I am.
What I have
Just
a
for
feeling,
the sake of
one, I have a feeling you have to have certain qualifications. Two, you would probably end up just dying because you probably won't, because you don't even know how to be a good stuntman. Like you don't have the qualifications, so you'd go up there thinking you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do.
I'd go to stuntman school then. Does that make you feel better?
You would go to stuntman.
Yeah.
You would spend more. Like, what's the point of doing that? Just to be in this one commercial?
Nah, I wouldn't. One commercial. I mean, I'm assuming I'd make money for. They're paying me to do this. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but how much money are you really making off of this?
I don't know. We'd have to talk about like.
The logistics.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Trey, you have any advice you want to give to people?
You know, when times get tough, one, you should go to God.
Facts.
But two, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. And the best thing I can tell you to do is to show up. Whenever you just don't want to, do it anyway. Just show up. That's my advice.
Good advice. My advice is going to be make smart decisions. Think before you act, please. Especially if what you're about to do can kill you. But yeah, just really think about the consequences of your actions before doing something. Think about the long-term effects of your consequences before doing something. Think about who you might be hurting or who you might end up affecting before you do something. I think all those are very, very good things to take into consideration before you just act and do something rash, especially if you already kind of know it's probably not the best, you know? So that would be my advice. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to listen, especially if you made it all the way to the end. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. You could also find us on Instagram. That's going to be NOA_podcast. You can find us on TikTok. That's going to be NOA Podcast 1 and NOA Podcast 2. We also have the NOA Adventures page, which is our vlog page. So please make sure you check that out as well. Once again, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.
Have a good one.